Planting the seeds of success. How consistency builds a lifetime of rewards. What does that mean? So you are going to be planting seeds to success. You want to be successful and you want to get a lifetime of rewards. How does it work? Well, let me explain. I'm Alan Wallitz. I'm a Lifewave brand partner, and I help people get onto Lifewave to actually help them move into a position where they have a better quality of life. So anybody that you meet has a certain quality of life for which they're most likely unhappy about, and they would like to have a better quality of life. But what happens in life is, if they want a better quality of life, let's say their quality of life is they've got pains, they've got aches, they are sick, they are tired, they're exhausted, or they have depression. There's all sorts of things which are non-ideal. So that quality of life is actually not good. Now, when you come across Lifewave and you've experienced it yourself, Lifewave has actually helped you become much better in terms of health and wellness, even financially, and has given you a better quality of life, and now you want to share it to other people. But what happens is when you meet people, you have this form of suspicion, and how do you actually get across to them that you can be a conduit, a passage for them, or lead them on a path to a better quality of life? So this is what I'm going to talk about. So if you know how to plant the seed, how to nurture the seed, and how to actually build a network that actually wants to get better and get a better quality of life and signs up and buys Lifewave, you get rewarded for that. So that's how you can get a lifetime of rewards. So I'm going to explain how that happens, what are the challenges that you run into, because when I speak to my downlines, people are selling and not making money that they should be making, not helping the people that they should be helping. They desperately want to help people. I know you desperately want to help other people. They need the help, but how do you get them to actually want it? That's the trick. It's like sometimes people don't want it. So how do you convert them into wanting it? Let me explain how it does. Right, I'm going to go over a few points here. So what I hear is I communicate to the people. I talk to them about Lifewave, and the people are interested, but they don't want to buy. They say it's expensive. It's too costly. Have you experienced that? I know you have, because I'm coming across it all the time. And I've also come across it. However, I've managed to overcome this, and I want to share with you how I've done it so that you can follow what I'm saying and overcome these objections. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to help, and you'll say, I'm trying to help, I'm doing my bit, but I'll try as best I can. I'll try. Never try. Just keep going. Because if you try, at the end of the day, you've tried. But if you keep at it and you keep nurturing it, it will get to a point where the person will want Lifewave, will want nutrition, will want supplements, because all these work together to get a better quality of life. So what you're actually running into is that Lifewave is actually brand new. It's a novel product. It's brand new. It never existed. It only came about, Lifewave X39, for example, which helps with your wellness and helps with raising a peptide, a copper peptide, which actually helps the body rejuvenate. What has happened is it's not believable. It's not possible. You'll get that. People say, how can this little patch change my life? But it does, because it's changed your life. And you've seen other people. You've seen enough testimonials in which has changed their life. So how can that small patch change their life? Now, how can you make it believable? Because to them, it's unbelievable. There's no ways. I'm sure you've experienced that. No ways. So what do? So one of the ways that you do it is actually through testimonials. I'll explain to you why testimonials brings about believability. Because when you're going to help a person, many of them will be suspicious. Why do you want to help me? Why do you want me to get better? You know, it's like, if you've got ulterior motives, that runs in the people's minds. Now, how do you overcome it? You overcome it with testimonials. Because what happens with testimonials is you're not directly helping them, but when they are watching a testimonial or reading a testimonial, they are observing Lifewave helping them. Now they can see, okay, it's not really suspicious anymore because it's helping them. You show an animal getting help with Lifewave, an animal can't lie. So these are the things, like when you show some videos of animals getting helped and getting better with Lifewave, it sort of like shows that you can't fake it, because a human being can fake it, but an animal doesn't fake it. So you can use these testimonials. So now they're going to watch and say, no, there's something to it, and some will start trying. All right, so what are you helping people towards? You are helping people towards a better quality of life. That's what you're helping them towards, and you use Lifewave as a conduit, a route towards that. That's what you're doing. So just remember that every time you're talking to a person, even though he doesn't buy now, maybe he'll buy in 6 months, maybe he'll buy in 1 year, maybe he'll buy in 18 months. I have clients that I'm still talking to after 18 months, they're still thinking about it. But they are very close to wanting it because it's going to help them, because they can see the problems that they're running into is actually getting worse and worse and worse, and everything they've tried hasn't helped. So that's their last resort. Sometimes you have to wait for that. I call it wait for the catastrophe, unfortunately. You have to wait for their catastrophe. So when the catastrophe happens, they can't walk or they're tired, they're in real pain, and nothing happens. Painkillers haven't helped. They've gone to all the doctors and they've been paying fancy sums of money. Now you can come and say, well, 18 months ago I spoke to you about Lifewave, but you can't speak to them 18 months ago and speak to them today. I'll show you something that you need to do. All right. So you are giving them a better quality of life, and you are offering them a path to that better quality of life. You are offering a path to them. You're showing them that there's a path. Hey, there is a way to get there. That's what you're showing them. There's a way to get there. Don't sell the product. Offer to them what you're going to take them to. I'm using the word offer. Don't sell. Offer. Share with them. Offer them this path. And how do you take them on the path? Lifewave will take them there. Why? Because you know. Because you've seen it. You've seen testimonials. So, and it's also something that you want. You want a better quality of life, so that's why you're doing Lifewave, but you also want it for others. So don't despair. There's a way. You also can be successful. As I said, you're going to be planting the seeds of success, but the trick here is this here. I'm going to talk about the consistency. What is consistency? Consistent means you keep doing it and over and over and over. It's like if you want to chop a tree, you can't axe the tree once, twice, or 3 times and expect the tree to fall. You have to keep hitting the tree. Axe it. Eventually, you know the tree is going to fall. But if you axe it 3 times and you say, oh, it doesn't work, well, what do you expect? So, Lifewave can take you there. It will take you to that better quality of life. And many have testified to it. Many people have testified to that they got their better quality of life. There's many testimonials. Right? They say it's expensive. They can't afford. Well, I've made another video. Go and watch that other video, how I explain how you actually overcome when somebody says it's expensive. There's a way of explaining when somebody says it's expensive. Actually, it's not expensive. There's ways that you can compare, and I show this in another video. Take the time. The video is about 6 minutes, and I give you like a full comprehensive way of actually how to approach somebody when they say it's expensive. The fact is, it's not expensive. It's more expensive when you go the medical route, and it just gets worse. So watch the video, and then it will show. So I've got a concept, an analogy which I'll use. It's called the mango tree analogy. A mango tree. So we've all seen mango trees or any trees that bears fruit. So when you have a seed, you take the mango seed and you plant it. You know, you have a certainty that it's gonna, if you water it, it's gonna germinate, becomes a tree, and in 5 years' time, it bears mangoes. You know that. Nobody will question that. There's no doubt about it. All right. So you know it. You don't really actually believe it, because you don't have to convince somebody that if you plant the tree, you nurture it, you look after it, you're going to have mangoes in 5 years. All right. So it's a certainty. You know it. It's a certainty. So the word is about you know. It's certain. All right. So the seed you put on day 1, you put in the soil, and you cover the soil. You keep, every day you come, you put water. You look at the day 2, you put water, nothing happens. Day 3, nothing happens. Day 4, nothing happens. It's only in the 2nd month or the 3rd month it germinates. But you know in 2nd or 2 or 3 months it's going to germinate. So you never stop putting the water. You keep watering it, you put some fertilizer, you look after it. Right? So in month 3, the plant germinates. Then you keep watering. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, it's growing. Year 3, no mangoes. Do you give up? No, because you know there's going to be another 2 years to come. So you keep watering it. So by the time it's 5 years, so what has happened in those 5 years? You've been putting water, you've been weeding, you've been putting fertilizer. Basically, you've invested in that tree. You've kept investing. You took money out of your pocket and you kept investing. But you know that the money that you put into investing, when it comes to 5 years, there's going to be enough mangoes coming out that some of the mangoes are going to pay back your investment. And what happens after the next few years, after you've paid your investment? Free mangoes, wealth. That's what I mean. Lifetime of rewards. So it's 5 years of pain, of investment, time, investment, you know, because you are building a lifetime of rewards. So by the time the 6th year happens, the 10th year happens, and you've paid your investment, mangoes are free. You sell them. That's your wealth. That's your reward. So how do you apply this to people? So when you meet a person and you know they need Lifewave, you have to plant the seed. You explain to them Lifewave, and you show them Lifewave is the way to take them to a better quality of life, because they want the better quality of life. Do they want the pain? No. Do they want to be tired? No. Do they want to be exhausted? No. Do they want to have joint pains, or do they want to walk, they want to run, or they want to play sports, or they want to have time to play with their children? Do they want to travel? If they can't do these things, a sports person, if he has a knee injury, he can't do his sports. Now, you know that Lifewave actually can help reverse that. There's many stories of people who've had joint injuries and have recovered and going back into sports and actually playing much better than they used to play. Their level of performance is much higher. They can push themselves more than what they used to push when they were without Lifewave or when they were injured. You know that. There's testimonials. So you can show people that. You can show, no, it is possible. You're a sports person. You can have higher performance. You can actually push yourself. Day 1, you'll be tired. Day 2, you're not tired. Or day 1, you're fresh. Day 2, you'll still be fresh. You won't be tired after day 2. So what is the water that you give to people? It's communication. You keep communicating to people. You give them knowledge. You give them testimonials. They did once a week for 18 months if you have to, and they will buy. So if you have a list of people, let's say you have 100 people, a list of 100 people, and you keep watering them every week for 2 years, those 100 people will buy. That's your mango. So there is no shortage of rewards. You just have to water them. Some people will buy in the first month, some people will buy in 6 months, some people will buy in 12 months, some will buy in 18 months. They will buy. Now, if your network does not have money, your network has money because your network knows people who have money and knows people who can afford it. So when those people who can afford it and those can afford it, they buy, you start getting the rewards because the system is built that way that you can actually get rewarded for your watering and your fertilizing, for your investment. So keep communicating, share knowledge, be consistent. So day 1, nothing happens. After 6 months, you make some dollars and rands. Year 2, you double or triple. 18 months, you've got it 4 times bigger. By the time 2 years comes, 3 years come, you would have your mangoes. I hope I've explained it. I hope I've illustrated to you in this analogy. And please just keep going, keep talking. The people want a better quality of life. They will make a plan to actually get the money or make the money to get that better quality of life. Let's not wait for them to have a catastrophe. Keep nurturing them, care enough for them that you're actually helping them towards a better quality of life. You are offering them a path to that better quality of life. That's what you're doing. Just keep doing it consistently every week. Every week you're communicating to them. Your communication is your water. Your communication is the fertilizer that you plant that you nurture the people with for them to become your mango. So if you have 100 people, if you have 200 people, and it will just grow because these 100 people will know 100 people and your network will just grow. So in the next 5 years, how many mangoes do you think you'll have? So imagine in 5 years you got the mango. So if you want the mangoes in 5 years, plant it now. Don't go in 5 years and say, I wish I planted it now. Do it now. Plant, talk, use testimonials. And when the people ask questions, you're not sure what to do, go to your upline and ask them to help you. And that will actually help you watering those plants as well to get them to take Lifewave and get justly rewarded for your efforts. Thank you for listening. I hope I've helped. I hope you've been inspired or motivated in actually getting going and build your network and go and reap your mangoes in the near future. Thank you.